I don't know what the fuck it is. I mean, I'm on that fucking
Everybody-
show. Now I got to watch what the fuck I say.
Yeah, I know.
In a recent video, we revealed that according to information we've received from our sources, the Kathleen Kennedy faction of Lucasfilm were the ones ultimately behind the Fire Gina Carano hashtag movement. And they are the ones trying to ignite a Fire Rosario Dawson hashtag movement as well. While Dawson may be the next target on their list, the Kennedy faction are gunning for everyone associated with The Mandalorian and Jon Favreau's brand of Star Wars. This includes Bill Burr, and judging by his handling of the Gina Carano issue on a recent podcast, it would appear he is well aware of this. In this video, we will begin by establishing the context and why Bill Burr and others need to tread carefully, before we show you how he dances around the topics of cancel culture in general and the Gina Carano situation in particular. As we've previously covered, Lucasfilm is by all accounts a house divided between the Kennedy faction and the Favreau faction, and the two have no love for each other, or what the other is doing. The Favreau faction are responsible for The Mandalorian and the cinematic universe of sorts to be built around that, while the Kennedy faction are making what they try to bill as the future of Star Wars with the High Republic Publishing Initiative. The only live-action crossover with that is reportedly Leslie Headland's in-development Acolyte series. The information we are about to relay at this time cannot be independently verified, and must be treated as rumor, so as usual, we advise you to please take this with a grain of salt. In order to justify both their creative direction and personnel management, Kennedy's Lucasfilm have chosen to highlight Twitter stans as representatives of the fanbase at large to the higher-ups at Disney, and argued that if they are pleased, the overall audience will be pleased. That way, they can justify anything they do as, "This is what the fans want." In reality, Kathleen Kennedy's Lucasfilm zeroed in on the stand specifically because they are down with the same ideological cause as Kennedy, and not because they in any way, shape, or form represent the built-in Star Wars audience. Another benefit with their representatives of all fans is that the Twitter stands serve as excellent useful idiots when Lucasfilm decide they want to influence what is the trend. The stands may think they are the ones behind it, but not a single one of them will be able to say who came up with the idea. It just came from their Twitter community. More precisely, it came from the numerous Lucasfilm Kennedy faction plants in their community, but the individual genuine stands don't know that. After Rosario Dawson, those Kennedy faction plants will move on to Bill Burr and Carl Weathers, and anyone else they could find anything on that can serve to drive Stan Twitter into a frenzy and use that as an excuse to sabotage Favreau even further. But they don't have to wait until after they get rid of Rosario Dawson. If anyone else associated with Jon Favreau says one thing with sufficient bad will that can be misconstrued into something cancelable, the Kennedy faction people are ready to pounce on a moment's notice. Bill Burr would appear to be aware of this. For those who may not be familiar with it, the Bill Burt podcast featuring Bill Burr and Burt Kreischer is a weekly podcast started in 2019, where the two stand-up comedians discuss the issues of the day, ranging from sports to pop culture to politics. Brought to our attention by Midnight's Edge viewer Thundercats Ho, in one of their more recent episodes, the pair, along with fellow comedian Joe DeRosa, got around to the subject of cancel culture. What started as a conversation about the Justin Timberlake-Janet Jackson controversy, the subject eventually got around to more recent events when Joe DeRosa brought up Gina Carano.
Does he lose his does he lose his tour?
Well, that's the thing. There's all this press right now about Timberlake lost nothing, but Britney Spears lost it, and it's like Britney Spears didn't lose anything. Well,
even that is up for debate when they talk about that, because they're like, who made her crazy?
I'm out. This is just like, I swear to God, they're going to go back into history, and anything that a woman did, they're going to make a guy's fault. I wonder if do you think in like 10, 15 years, they're going to look back at a couple of these Me Too cases? You know, the bad date ones? Should we have treated that person like Harvey Weinstein or whatever?
They absolutely, dude, Bill, I keep saying, I was saying it the other day about Gina Carraro or whatever her name is. It's like, look, you can say that her tweet was stupid or clumsy or whatever, but the reaction to it to me was so crazy that I was like, guys, this is going to be a thing that you look back on. And the example for that is everybody said George W. Bush was the devil. If you in any way supported him or liked him or whatever, you were the devil. There was something wrong with you. You were a racist. You were this, you were that. That fucking guy is on the talk show circuit now. He goes on Kimmel and he kicks back and he gets applause breaks. And everybody goes, he's kind of cute. Remember how dumb he was? Whatever. And they're going to be doing that with half of these canceled people and going, shit, man, sorry about that. Sorry about the last day. It's like a guy in jail for marijuana sales right now in LA. You know what I mean?
I just saw Pee Wee Herman on the Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They ruined Pee Wee, dude.
And he was jerking off where you're supposed to jerk off. What was he offending those other fucking people jerking off?
Remember that
those local cops saw a big score. That's what they saw.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh shit,
it's
boys.
a weird time. I don't know. I kind of I have you know, unless you did some truly horrible shit. I mean, you know.
If you hurt someone, I don't have time for you. But if we're talking about words, like even bad words, I'm like, come on, man. I mean,
no, I wouldn't say that. No, if you're just saying overtly racist shit, yeah. If you make like a bad comparison,
yeah.
You know, if you come off like Joe trying to find where Atlanta is compared to New York,
yeah,
that's not like, you know, homophobic. That's just ignorant.
What did Carano say?
She said that she goes in 1940s Germany. I'm paraphrasing, but she said in 1940s
Which is always
Germany,
a good thing to do on something like this, Joe. By all means, let's hear your take on the tweet.
For the sake of time and not to incur the wrath of the YouTube gods, we will jump ahead to Bill Burr's response.
Now being persecuted. That's the same reduction of circumstance.
It's then that Burr's demeanor goes from jovial to serious and almost dour, and his entire body language changes.
What you're saying, Joe, is she should have compared it to slavery, and it would have been better.
All I'm saying is, whether you agree, disagree, whatever, I just don't get this place that we're in where there's no room for discussion about anything. And even
because there's too many channels, Joe. Too many channels, wild. And then you gotta like do sensational shit. I don't know what the fuck it is. I mean, I'm on that fucking show. Now I gotta watch what the fuck I say.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just...
Yeah, I'm a fan of that show. Everybody.
What show is she on? What show is she on?
The Mandalorian.
The Star Wars, yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
But they canceled her action figure. That's how deep cancel culture is. They canceled her action figure. It's like, let the action figure come out. I don't understand.
Did she ever pony up to you, Bill? I'm like, Bill, I got a few ideas I think that you'll like.
No, she was an absolute sweetheart.
Yeah.
Super nice fucking person, and you know, whatever. And somehow someone will take this video and they'll fucking make me say something else and, you know, try to get rid of my bald action figure.
Wait, you have an action figure?
Yeah, no. Do you have an action figure?
No. No, you fucking nerds.
Oh, if you get one, dude, I'm buying it.
No, honestly, I can't, like, how it is out there. It's fucking crazy time. They just, like, there's just people just waiting. Just laying in the weeds.
It really is, man.
Do you think there is a group of people, like a type of person out there reading the trades and then going, Joe DeRosa signs a 6-figure deal. All right, let's deep dig him, find out what he did wrong, and that's how I spend my day.
Absolutely.
Let's show that he's human and he's made a mistake in his past, and let's take that dream away. I don't know how it works.
Burr then attempts to change the subject, but does clearly show that he has valid concerns about this.
Who's about to break? I guarantee you there's people lying in wait like that and just saying, this guy's star's starting to rise a little bit, you know? Let me just dig a few things up. It's got to be. I mean, this shit comes out so fucking fast. It's crazy.
It is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
How about you just be an individual and you continue to buy tickets to people that you want to go see?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And just sort of fucking, because that's one of the things that's weird to me is a few people that have, like, they go back out on tour and then, like, you know, they're going to sell out and people want to go see him. And then the people who don't want to see him don't even want to let the people that still want to see him or her see him. Then it just becomes like, I'm sitting there, it's a, my thing about that is how do you hold up you judging somebody that harshly about, because I'm not talking about like the hardcore shit. I'm just talking about, because now it's becoming like, hey, you made an ignorant comparison. There goes your dream, right?
Right.
I'm like, I look at that. It's like, who the fuck stands up to that?
I mean, dude, it's a great question, and the brutal part of it is,
Joe, every once in a while you send a compliment my way. I appreciate it.
The problem isn't the first part of that. The problem is it's not just go buy tickets to you want to go see. Of course, obviously, the problem is they go into the Yelp reviews of the venues, and they try to get the venues shut down.
Can we just talk about something else? Who gives a fuck, Joe? Let's talk about taste buds. Jesus Christ, we're sitting here talking about Britney Spears and fucking Janet Jackson.
Burr then abruptly ends the conversation and then goes to a jump cut for an advertisement, and then resumes the discussion on a completely different topic.
Russia is the world's largest country.
Tell us your thoughts on this podcast clip with Bill Burr, and on the work environment Kathleen Kennedy would appear to have brought with her to Lucasfilm in the comments.